So for those who missed the start of season 3 on Friday last week, we've returned to Camelot and King Arthur. King Arthur, it has been suggested by his knights that perhaps it is time that he take upon himself a wife. Fair enough. Arthur has chosen the woman he finds most attractive in all the realms, Guinevere. He's been warned that perhaps Guinevere might not be the best option for him, for Merlin, who to this point in time has not had a single one of his prophecies prove false, has told Arthur that Guinevere would be unfaithful to him and would leave him for his most faithful knight, Sir Lancelot. Arthur doesn't believe a word that Merlin has to say, though. He thinks that he knows Guinevere, and what is true love against the prophecy of an old man? I think I know where this one's going to end. Guinevere has come down from Wales now for the wedding. She has brought with her a dowry of a round table and 100 knights to man it. Arthur has set out to raise another 50 knights to join his company. So far, he has decided to make 2 knights, Gawain and Tor, to join his round table. We begin tonight's tale with the knighting of Sir Tor, who was in fact the son of King Pellinore, though Pellinore did not realise that he had a son. What will follow then will be the wedding, and then festivities and death. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. We'll get into tonight's telling of Le Morte d'Arthur. So, on the morn, Sir Tor's father, King Pellinore, came to the court of King Arthur, which was great joy to him, for he was told of Tor, and how he was his son, and how he had made him knight at the request of a cowherd. When Pellinore beheld Tor, he pleased him much, and so the king made Gawain knight, but Tor was the first that was made at the feast. What is the cause, said King Arthur, that there be 2 places void in the sieges? Sir, said Merlin, there shall no man sit in those places, but that they shall be of the most worship. But in the siege perilous, there shall no man sit therein but one, and if there be any so hardy to do it, he shall be destroyed, and he that sit there shall have no fellow. And therewith Merlin took King Pellinore by the hand, and in the one hand next the 2 sieges and the siege perilous, he said in open audience, This is your place, and best ye are worthy to sit therein of any that is here. Thereat Sir Gawain in great envy told Gareth his brother, yonder knight is put to great worship, the which grieveth me sore, for he slew our father, King Lot. Therefore I will slay him, said Gawain, with a sword that was sent me that is passing trenchant. Ye shall not so, said Gareth, at this time at least. For at this time I am but a squire, and when I am made knight I would be avenged on him, and therefore, brother, it is best ye suffer till another time, that we may have him out of the court. For an we did, so we should trouble this high feast. I will well, said Gawain, as you will. There we have it, tension beginning at court as King Pellinore comes to join the ranks of Arthur. King Pellinore, who slew King Lot, the father of Gawain and Garis. Gawain wants to slay Pellinore. Garis, his brother, says, no, not yet. Not until he is first made knight, and they can slay Pellinore outside of Camelot, where it will not cause offence to Arthur. Then was the high feast made ready, and the king was wedded at Camelot unto Dame Guinevere, in the church of St. Stephen's, with great solemnity. And as every man was set after his degree, Merlin went to all the knights of the Round Table, and bade them sit still, that none of them should leave. For ye shall see a strange and marvellous adventure, he said. And right so as they sat, there came running in a white hart into the hall, and a white brachet next him, and 30 couple of black running hounds came after with a great cry. And the hart went about the Round Table, and as he went by other boards, the white brachet bit him in the buttock, and pulled out a piece, wherethrough the hart leapt a great leap, and overthrew a knight that sat at the board side, and therewith the knight arose, and took up the brachet, and so went forth out of the hall, took his horse, and rode his way with the brachet. Right so anon in came a lady on a white palfrey, and cried aloud to King Arthur, Sir, suffer me not to have this despite, for the brachet was mine, and the knight led away. I may not do therewith, said the king. With this there came a knight running all armed on a great horse, and took the lady away with him with force, and ever she cried and made great do. When she was gone, the king was glad, for she made much noise. Nay, said Merlin, you may not leave these adventures so lightly, for these adventures must be brought again, or else it would be disworship to you and to your feast. I will, said the king, that all be done by your advice. Then, said Merlin, call Sir Gawain, for he must bring again the white hart. Also, sir, you must let call Sir Tor, for he must bring again the brachet and the knight. And if he fails, he must slay him. And also let's call King Pellinore, for he must bring again the lady and the knight, or else slay him. And these 3 knights shall do marvellous adventures, or they come again. Then they called all 3 as it rehearseth before, and every each of them took his charge and armed them surely. But Sir Gawain had the first request, and therefore we will begin at his adventure. Sir Gawain rode more than a pace, and Garis his brother that rode with him instead of a squire to do him service. And so, as they rode, they saw 2 knights fight on horseback, passing sore. And so Sir Gawain and his brother rode betwixt them, and asked them what cause they fought so. The one knight answered and said, We fight for a simple matter, for we 2 be 2 brethren born, and begotten of one man and of one woman. Alas, said Sir Gawain, why do you do so? Sir, said the elder, there came a white hart this way this day, and many hounds chased after him, and a white brachet was worn next to him. And we understood it was an adventure made for the high feast of King Arthur, and therefore I would have gone after to have won me worship. And here my younger brother said that he would go after the hart, for he was a better knight than I. And for this cause we fell at debate, and so we thought to prove which of us both was the better knight. This is a simple cause, said Sir Gawaine. Uncouth men, ye should debate withal, and not brother with brother. Therefore, but if you will do by my counsel, I will have ado with you. That is, ye shall yield you unto me, and that ye go unto King Arthur, and yield you unto his grace. Sir Knight, said the two brethren, we are for fortune, and much blood have we lost through our wilfulness, and therefore we would be loath to have ado with you. Then do as I will have you, said Gawaine. We will agree to fulfil your will, but by whom shall we say that we be thither sent? Ye may say, by the knight that followeth the quest of the hart that was white. Now what is your name, said Gawaine. Sorlouse of the forest, said the elder. And my name is the younger, Brian of the forest. And so they departed and went to the king's court, and Sir Gawaine went on his quest. And as Gawaine followed the hart by the cry of the hounds, even afore him there was a great river, and the hart swam over, and as Sir Gawaine would follow after, there stood a knight over the other side, and said, Sir Knight, come not after this hart, but if thou wilt joust with me, I will not fail as for that, said Sir Gawaine, to follow the quest that I am in. And so he made his horse to swim over the water, and anon they gat spears and ran together full hard. But Sir Gawaine smote him off of his horse, and then he turned his horse and bade him to yield him. Nay, said the knight, not so, though thou have the better of me on horseback. I pray thee, high Lara, I pray thee, a valiant knight, a lighter foot, and match we together with swords. What is your name, said Sir Gawaine. Aladdin of the Isles, said the other. And then either dressed their shield and smote together. But Sir Gawaine smote him so hard through the helm that it went down into the brains of the knight, and the knight fell down dead. Ah, said Gareth, that was a mighty stroke of a young knight. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The beginning of the quest of the White Hart, and one man already slain by Gawaine's hand. Not just any old slain, of course, but straight through the helm and into the brain. Graphic. Wow indeed, Esther. Wow indeed. And apologies for those of you, like Lara, who had to join right at the end of tonight's tale. You're welcome, Hal, and thank you for your share, Hal. Very, very much appreciated. For those of you who joined late, do please watch it on the replay. Thank you, Callan. Thank you, Winger. Thank you, because this quest is only just beginning. We'll be back here again at the same time tomorrow night, where Gawaine will chase the hart into a castle, and there the hart shall be slain, and there Gawaine shall himself slay a lady. Darkness is coming very, very quickly on this quest. What will begin as a simple sort of marriage festival chase will end in bloodshed. Far, far darker than any could tell.